This is our little video of
us getting our
MoJo back.
Yeah,
yes.
You saw in the last video we was a bit MoJo-less.
MoJo-less.
Yeah. If that is a word.
Yeah. If
but
that's a word.
Tackled the second flight of locks, the bass coat locks.
Yeah.
We was fortunate enough to pair up with a couple on a
share boat.
Yeah. So we tackled those. I think it was 10 locks in total. The first 2 was a staircase lock, and then the other 8 were just normal locks.
Yeah. So we decided that we was going to moor at the what they call the student accommodation.
Some new student accommodation.
Yeah,
it's what it says on the tin.
Put it out on Facebook where to moor in Leamington Spa, and that came up as one. So we decided to give it a try.
And just fingers crossed there was available moorings there.
Yeah.
And luckily when we got there was plenty of available moorings, so we moored up there, stayed for a couple of days, which was great, because I'd ordered Deb's surprise Valentine's 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, which was being delivered via Amazon to a local pickup point, but obviously it was then not a surprise. Right, so here's where we're moored up for the night, outside the student accommodation in Royal Leamington Spa. There's our boat, there's all the student accommodation, all nice and lit up. I feel quite safe. But it's 10 o'clock, so unlike all the students, I'm now going to bed. Well, that's now leaving the moorings at the student accommodation. Had a couple of safe nights there. They're going to move on to Lidl's.
Yeah, so we stayed at the student accommodation for a couple of 3 days, and then moved on to, or in between bridges 43 and 44, where there was a Pets at Home.
And inside of Pets at Home, there was a Vets for Pets. We got it the right way round.
Yeah, after 2 tries.
Yes.
And because Bonnie was due her vaccinations, so we got in touch with them, and they said they'd do that for us, so that was brilliant. And then we decided whilst we were there that Alfie could have a teeth descale, because he doesn't chew on bones very well.
So although he's Alfie's 5 years old, he's got the teeth of a 10-year-old dog.
Yeah, he doesn't chew food.
And the breath of a 10-year-old dog.
Yeah, bless him.
Yeah, and it was picked up at his last examination in Aylesbury.
Yeah.
Again, Vets
at Home
for Pets
in Pets.
In Pets at Home.
Yeah.
That he would need some dental work, so we thought rather than it get worse, infections and extractions, we'd
get it done while we were there, because it was literally across the road, so it was brilliant.
£250 dental job just to make him have an Osmond smile.
Yeah, so we was close by quite a few shops.
Yeah, we was in a triangle of 4 different supermarkets.
Yeah.
Outside one, 2 minutes walk, there was a Morrison's, and for all you other boaters out there, there was a lawn. It's not a laundrette. It was a automatic washing machines and tumble dryers outside Morrison's.
It was good.
Yeah,
very good. Yeah, and there was also a retail park, just a little short walk away, which I went and done a little bit of retail therapy all by myself.
All by herself, like a big girl.
Yeah, it's been the first time I've been able to do that because of my knees, so I was really chuffed. I went for a walk, done that by myself.
Right, we're in Leamington Spa, stroke Warwick. And let me show you this as I step out the boat. Yes, directly behind me is Lidl's, so not too far to walk for the shopping. Yeah, so what we have, the other side of the hedge is the canal, and just here, outside Morrison's, we have fully automatic washing machines. You don't even need your own washing powder, everything's included.
Yeah, so while we was moored between bridges 43 and 44, Narrowboat Sanguine moored up, a couple of boats up.
Now, we'd met Tony back in April, May, just outside Newbury, as we was coming through a lock. I think they'd bought the boat, but they weren't on it yet. And yeah, so all these months later, just bumped into them. They've been about doing their bit, cruising.
Tony, Jan and Sal, the dog.
Sal the dog, yeah. So
that was lovely.
Yeah, had a nice evening on their boat.
Right, we've just been invited for a cup of coffee, so we've got to walk all the way from here, all the way to Narrowboat Sanguine over there. You can see how this differs from our boat a little bit. The front is the bedroom, so we've got no bow doors there, just an escape hatch window. And a nice pram hood on the back. And hopefully there'll be cake.
No,
we shall have to wait and see.
Now.
A little video update. We left our boat, as you saw a couple of seconds ago for you, but it's been 2 or 3 hours, so I've had to run back to our boat, let the dogs out, feed the dogs, and I'm now going back for more beverages. Right, get me pointy finger working there. There's Jan and Tony on Narrowboat Sanguine. They was our hosts for last night. They invited onto their boat for a few beers, which was very nice, and they're just going for a little cruise up the canal, and they'll be back in 2 or 3 days time, so I don't think that'll be the last we see of them. Just a random speed check, sir. And then it was time to leave, and we'd spoken to Tony and Jan, and they told us where we could get coal, which was on the
Saltisford Arm.
Hadn't heard of the Saltisford Arm, mainly because I hadn't checked my book. I was more concerned with the Hatton Flight of locks that we was going to be doing, 21 locks, sort of one after the other. So the plan was to go to the Saltisford Arms. I made it sound like a pub then, didn't I? The Saltisford Arm and not the Saltisford Arms, and stock up with some coal, moor up just outside there, ready for the Hatton Flight.
The next morning, yeah.
Right, that's it. Now leaving Royal Leamington Spa, stroke Warwick. I think we're at the Warwick end. Leaving Lidl's. We've been moored up outside Lidl's for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, so it's been nice just to be able to go in each day and buy fresh stuff. Trying to keep the sun directly behind my head so you can see my boyish good looks, but we're now going to come over our first aqueduct of the day. Not much of one, just going over the railway lines.
Morning!
My wingman's now come out, and we're now coming up to the second aqueduct of the day. This one goes over the river, I think, and they're about 300 yards apart.
Well, we've just done the Cape of Good Hope bottom lock. Deb's now gone to set the top lock, and then we'll be turning left, I'll get it right this week, into the Saltisford arm. Just a little dead end arm facilities down there, so we're going to get some coal and come out of there and moor up. Right, and as you can see over there, we've got the Cape of Good Hope. Now, I haven't done a right nice pint for quite a while, so I could be doing one. Now, for any of our foreign friends who can see that free house, it doesn't mean that the drinks are free. It merely means that they're free from any association to any particular brewery, and they can buy whatever ales and beers they wish. Right, I think we've got to go under this bridge and take a left, but from what I've been told, the little arm is lots of residential moorings down there. Boats are 2 abreast. They're even in the winding hole, and it's a dead end. So if we go in pointy end first, we're going to have to reverse out. So what we're actually going to do is reverse in. Watch this space. So Deb's just going to step down. I'm now going to demonstrate my reversing skills. So hard to starboard. Hole we've got to get through. So far so good. For any of you who've cruised on a narrowboat, you know you have very little manoeuvrability in reverse. So it's a matter of going reverse. If you veer off one way, put it forward, give it a blast on the tiller the other way just to correct that, and as I was advised when I first done it, just do it all in tick over, keep nice and slow. See if I can get through the bridge without hitting the sides. The big lump you can see in the bottom of the picture is Deb's hat. Right, so for any of you guys coming into here for pump out, L-sand or fuel, behind me is a bridge, so you can either come in nose first and we just moor up on this little jetty. It's only a very, very, very short jetty, but big enough. And then all you have to do is walk right down there to the office, pay for your coal, and the coal is actually stored up here where the bins are. Yeah, so the coal is stored in that building there.
Yes, so the Saltisford arm had been derelict for many years, and about 30 years ago the Saltisford Canal Trust was set up, and they started restoring it. Now there is a website, and I'll put it in the links below so you can look at the restoration work they've done, all the old photos of how it was and how it is now, and check it out. It's a fantastic little arm. They have permanent winter moorings. They're permanent moorings. They have winter moorings, visitor moorings. There's pump out, LSAN, coal and rubbish facilities, so everything you need.
Yeah, it was like I say, it was a nice little arm, and everything, like you said, everything you needed.
Yeah, and then we left there and literally just moored up outside.
Yeah, we'd arranged with
Jan and Tony
from Narrowboat Sangwin to moor just
up there,
outside, ready for the Hatton Flight.
Then in the morning we was going to do the 21 locks of the Hatton Flight.
Yeah.
So I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, so if you liked the video,
press the like button.
If you haven't already subscribed,
press the subscribe button. Oh.
Right, this little bit we're now doing has took about 10 takes, and my actual phone overheated and stopped recording on the take that we got it.
I struggle with the word subscribe.
Well, you are today. Right, so anyway, if you enjoyed this little video,
press this.
So, if you enjoyed this little video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you want future notifications of any other videos we put up,
press the bell icon.
Bye.